Norway now.
This time on Heavy Rescue 401.
The gear shifts suck right through the floor.
James and crew clean up heavy carnage.
This is way too easy to get hurt doing this stuff. Hey, careful.
Fortunate it didn't go right across the highway or kill somebody.
Kevin faces an impossible load.
Watch it doesn't turn, because if it kicks out. Okay, whoa, hang on.
Can't see.
And the crew from Herbs tangles
That ain't gonna work.
with an icy mess
Careful, turn nice.
on North America's busiest highway. Hundreds of thousands of drivers depend on the men and women who risk it all to keep the roads safe. Because closure is not an option.
The heavy's starting to come down now.
Yeah, it's coming down hard. It's Norway now. Here it comes.
5 Kilo 101, accept 2 tows racing to your MDC.
Collisions have been piling up on Highway 401 for the last 2 hours.
50, this one's 401 eastbound, lots of debris in the lanes.
Two-car crash, paramedics on scene, fires on scene here as well. I'm just arriving on scene here right now.
OPP Sergeant Kerry Schmidt arrives on scene at the latest crash in Mississauga.
It's been an absolutely crazy morning already. Traffic is moving very slowly. We've got crashes everywhere. This is absolutely slick. People are not adjusting to driving to the conditions, and that's why we're seeing what we're seeing here right now.
And with a major storm front moving eastward across the province, there's more chaos to come. Later that afternoon, 430 kilometers east in Cornwall.
The morning commute will be just crazy. Yes. When does this portion hit us?
The front, already hitting Toronto, is bearing down on Herb Vink and his crew.
There is a sense of adrenaline. Everybody's on standby.
So probably around midnight or 1, that's probably when we're going to get the biggest portion.
Yeah.
She might switch to freezing rain due to the St. Lawrence.
Freezing rain is a killer.
Freezing rain can cause heavy damage in eastern Ontario, where it can build into full-force ice storms. Some of the worst possible conditions for a recovery operation. And with the weather moving in, lead operator Nate Wilson gets the call to a major recovery.
Ice rain or?
Just 13 kilometers to the west.
That was quite the call. I didn't actually know what we were dealing with. Thanks. Bye. Got a call, gotta go. Following you. We'll get out there and then we'll see what's happening.
A few minutes later, General Manager Andrew Vink follows behind.
I got a wreck, heading out. As soon as we get there, we're going to find out what kind of cargo, at least secure the scene.
As they hit the road, the freezing rain is battering the highway.
Responding in this is pretty dangerous, actually. I'm telling everybody else to get off the roads, and we're heading out on them.
Ice isn't forgiving. There's a reason why hockey players use skate and not rubber shoes.
Hey, Andrew, we're starting to get some vehicles in the ditch here. Starting to get slippery. Show's about to happen. I didn't think it was that bad till we got out here.
In the town of Long Sault, a service road that connects a busy industrial area to the 401 is covered in debris.
Well, we got 2 tractor-trailer collision, 40-foot end up loaded with garbage, and we have a flatbed over there that had steel coils on it. Impacted this tractor hard enough, it actually separated the cab off the chassis. The driver's in pretty bad shape, last we heard.
A westbound tractor pulling a flatbed loaded with steel coils lost control on the curve, sliding into the path of a garbage hauler.
When the trailer impacted the tractor, it was so violent, it busted almost every axle out of the flatbed. Just hope the driver's all right. Hope he pulls through. Got tires, steel coils, truckload of garbage, and it's spread out for, I don't know, almost a quarter mile down here. It's quite a mess, actually. Okay, I gotta get the bucket on. I need someone with the saw so we can clean the road for them.
They'll need every member of the crew to clear the wreck. But Herb's son, Andrew, is missing.
You calling Herb's? Yeah. Andrew called me up. He caught 6 inches of slush or ice, and he ended up having a major accident.
He was in quite a bad collision. He impacted a tree about 6 feet high.
He got airborne.
He ended up okay, slight concussion, a little bit shook up, but that's how fast things change.
It's just tough. You never want your kids to get hurt in any way, shape, or form. It scared me.
It's terrible.
We were a man down, we haven't even started yet. It was a situation for sure.
Man, the road's damn slippery.
450 kilometers away, just west of Toronto,
Conditions are really poor out here.
ice and slush are building up on the 401.
Right now, it's freezing rain going on.
Steve's towing heavy operator, Sonny Subramaniam, is looking for drivers in trouble.
We are driving around to see if there's anybody need help or something like that.
New to heavy rescue, Sonny still has a lot to prove to company owner Steve Pillai.
Sonny is a very hardworking guy. He's learning. There's a lot to learn. In towing business, there's every day a new challenge.
You're not gonna get everything, but you gotta try. Never stop trying.
410 southbound to the 401. Right at that split. Chaka trailer.
Yeah, I'm going, Steve. I'm trying to get there fast as I can.
With a truck blocking the lane, the first operator on scene will get to clear the overpass.
I don't know if I can make it or not, but there's a possibility to make it.
And from the other direction,
A fire was on scene. There's an ambulance right ahead of us right now.
Sergeant Kerry Schmidt is also heading for the site of the collision.
There he is. So it's jackknifed. There's a transport truck jackknife blocking the lane. So we got to just spin back around on the 401 to get into those lanes.
As Sonny makes it to the ramp,
On scene, man. Wow, man. He made it from Dix and Martin door.
he can see he's missed the job
Right there.
by minutes.
Right on the top of the ramp. Oh, I could be all over, man. This guy hit the wall and then jackknife right here.
Sonny remains on scene, ready to offer any help.
We'll see. This is my job. I have to do, no matter what.
See what's going on? Time is of the essence right now. We have a major ramp that's connecting the 401 to Highway 403. It's closed right now. We want to get some traffic moving, get this cleaned up before the afternoon rush hour and before we get any more collisions.
What happened?
She come up alongside of hit the snow. One wheel climbed the wall. I thought he was going over. It was scary. We're just glad I'm alive.
They're gonna stop the fuel. They put it up so the fuel is in the bottom,
okay,
so it's not gonna leak, right?
So I'm just gonna update social media here to know what's going on. We're in the express lanes on the 401 westbound. You can see traffic is backed up all the way down along that ramp. You can see where the tractor actually jackknifed around and punched a hole into the trailer of the truck. You can see the diesel on the ground. So the fire department's just using some putty here to try to fill these holes so we don't have more diesel spilling out onto the roadway.
As Kerry keeps the driving public informed,
That's my luck, I couldn't get it.
for Sonny, with nightfall on the way, it's time to get back to the chase.
Luck will come around. So you gotta keep trying. You cannot give up.
Back off the 401 near Cornwall, darkness has fallen, and the freezing rain is now pouring on the crew from Herb's.
The worst work environment you could ever get.
And before they can clear the wreck,
There's so much steel and junk all over the roads.
they have to clear 50,000 pounds of coiled steel cable.
These coils are everywhere. Like, they're down the highway for hundreds of feet. They're wrapped around the tractor, half hanging off the trailer. They were just everywhere.
And the coating of ice is making them even harder to grab.
That ain't gonna work.
It's not just an easy cleanup. It's time-consuming and challenging.
Even with the clam bucket, it's out as a slingy, so it's going to create more work.
Weather like that complicates everything. It was treacherous. Terrible.
There's some freezing rain there, so it's not the best.
Yeah, the roads out this way are treacherous.
Just off the 401 near Cornwall, the crew from Herb's Towing is down a man, and they can't even recover the wrecks
Tons of fun.
until they clean up the spilled load. But the coils and the icy conditions are making the job
That ain't gonna work.
impossible.
Let's just try the forks.
Okay.
Might be easier.
Okay.
You guys hold it up. I'm gonna come in with the forks this way and grab it, okay? Dan, can you go get the saw? We'll have to start cutting these coils as we're taking them out of here.
The plan is working. Now they just need to cut the tangled coils free.
That's awesome, guys.
The rain, the way it was, it just made every job that much harder.
Can't see.
Trying to stay busy and keep working.
Gonna fit? I don't know. You got room for one more? We're going good, boys.
Once the steel is clear,
There we go. Okay, let's do it.
the crew tows away the tractor and trailer.
Yeah, you got her.
But the real job
No, it's bad.
is still ahead. Recovery of the 110,000-pound garbage hauler.
Careful. She turned ice. She turned ice in a matter of minutes on us, so she's pretty slick. It's like this across the whole scene.
That's bad.
Nate's called for a salt truck, but on a night like this, there's no telling when it might arrive. And as conditions get worse,
Okay, I'll go check it out.
the storm strikes again.
We had a OPP cruiser get hit by a tractor trailer, so Herb rushed out with the aero truck through traffic.
So in the peak of the ice storm, all hell's breaking loose. Herb gets called out to an accident. 50-ton got called out to another accident. I'm losing trucks. I'm losing bodies. It's just nuts out there.
Team, be safe. Could be one hell of a long night.
With General Manager Andrew already injured in a crash, Nate has just a skeleton crew facing the toughest part of the job.
We're just gonna see if our connections are gonna work to air this trailer up and release the brakes.
His first step, connect a compressed air line to release the locked air brakes.
I don't know if that's gonna be enough air for us.
He needs the system to hold the air. But
Leaking? Son of. Well, that ain't gonna work. She's got a little hole down here. It's not very big, but it can cause me a lot of headaches. So either I bypass it or I get a self-tapping screw to shove in that hole. Hey, go in there and see if they got any self-tapping screws. I need one for an air tank. Scavenger hunt. I'll go through the inside of the truck, you never know.
...420 kilometers down the 401.
A lot of snow. You see more snow coming. Like you see, it says heavy snow coming tonight until 2 o'clock.
Conditions in Toronto have turned from freezing rain back to heavy snow. And Sonny is staying out for as long as the bad weather holds.
We're thinking it's gonna happen. That's why we are out, right? If you don't stay in the night, If something happens, you're out of the picture.
Sonny's life revolves around the highway, right down to picking an apartment with the perfect view.
I wanted to see the highway always. I can see the 400 southbound ramp to 401 eastbound right there. That's my perch.
Tonight, he'll stay at his perch and at the ready.
I'm just waiting for something to happen.
400 northbound 89, caught in the ditch.
And it isn't long before he's back on the chase.
Hurry up, steady, hurry up.
Find anything? No.
Back near Cornwall, the recovery is on hold until Nate finds the one small piece that can patch the air tank.
Oh, maybe we found a screw?
It's not a screw, but it'll work, right?
It might work. We'll try it. Perfect. That plugged our air leak issue, and now we'll be able to transport it safely to the shop.
Even though the tractor chassis brakes are still locked, the trailer wheels will now turn. But Nate still has to get 110,000 pounds up and on the road.
Sheer adrenaline keeps me going. Job's got to get done. And we got to open the road.
There we go.
The mangled cab has been ripped almost right off the chassis. Nate needs to lift it free.
We gotta thank Herb for giving me some of the best tools in the business to work with.
Tools that include the biggest, most powerful rotator in the province. But Nate has to take extra care with his rigging.
Okay, so we're gonna try to lift it out like that.
The Ministry of Transport hasn't finished investigating the crash. Nate can't allow any additional damage to the delicate cab.
Showtime. Let's get something done. Fire in the hole! We'll just take our time. Nice and slow. She's touch and go. Watch it. Okay, you guys good?
Yeah, drop it.
That's finesse.
But to recover the trailer, Nate will need the power of the second rotator.
Until the second rotator got back on scene, I was almost at a standstill.
And to figure out a plan to fight the weight and the ice, he also needs the boss.
Herb's really great with the numbers. He'll figure out a wreck within 100 pounds. He's always right.
Finally, just after midnight, Herb returns.
I was thinking single line in it, off the tailboard, so it could actually pull.
It won't be enough. If it's full, it'll be 110,000. You need to go double minimum.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to put a snatch block here?
Good?
Yeah.
Nate rigs chains at the rear of the tractor
Perfect.
to hook 2 lines from his rotator. At the front, the crew runs lines from the second rotator to the tractor's chassis. Nate's 80-ton rotator will drag the wreck back out the way it went in, while the rotator in front will winch the mangled tractor sideways up to the road.
Let it off a bit. Okay, tighten it up.
And as they gear up for the pull, the crew's luck might be changing.
Here we go. We got our salt.
Nate's salt truck makes it to the scene.
Man, that salt never helped, eh?
Get a tight hold on it. Now once it pulls, everything should come with it. All right. Should be one clean grab.
But even with the improved traction, the 100,000-pound truck will be a heavy pull.
Just pull it up. Pull. It's coming nice. As long as we don't hit the asphalt. Gotta get it up over the shoulder, right there.
You pull that tractor trailer out, quite a few forces. Snowpack underneath it, no wheels rolling on the tractor.
And as the trailer inches onto the road,
Whoa! Hey!
the landing gear is starting to dig in.
Dolly leg digging into the ditch and the shoulder coming out. Quite a bit of resistance.
We're digging in with that dolly leg. Hey! Whoa!
You're at the edge when you're pulling that much.
That dolly leg. We're getting close to the shoulder.
West of Cornwall, the freezing rain is still hammering Herb Vink and his crew.
Whoa.
And as they wrestle the 110,000-pound wreck onto the road,
Hey! Hey! Whoa! We're digging in with that dolly leg. Hold on, Pete. Just try to hold it tight. You're gonna roll the truck.
Just the resistance it creates, worried something else may break.
That dolly leg that catches in the asphalt, we stop and we have to lift it.
Can we try to get some lift? Maybe Pete can go up a little bit.
they need to extend the boom to lift the truck over the edge.
Nice and slow, though.
But running the boom off the side is the least stable position for the rotator.
Just nice and easy, Pete.
Extending too much, lifting this much weight, could tip it right over.
With the tractor dragging across the ground, through the ditch, up the hill, the snow packed underneath, the dolly leg obviously digging into the shoulder, creates quite a bit of resistance.
Herb steps in and takes over the controls.
Let's be honest, when Herb's there, it's his scene.
Herb's gonna rig it, pick this thing up, get it out of the way so we can get a tractor under this trailer ASAP.
The wreck is on the road.
Well, let's hope that he's all okay.
And Herb's mind turns to his son, injured earlier tonight.
Although I was at work and my head was with Andrew.
Whoa!
It's weighing on your mind. How's Andrew? How's he doing? Focus your attention on the job, get it done.
Go! We're going good, boys.
And this job finally is done.
It's been a long one. Whew. Awesome.
It's one of the worst conditions in a while.
Perfect.
No, where we go? That's what we're liking. Nice dry road.
The next day in Toronto, roads are clear after last night's storm. But Sonny from Steve's Towing is right back at work.
I was out all night, but nothing happened.
Sonny is answering a call on the westbound 401.
We're gonna go see a truck break down in the right shoulder.
A semi-driver is worried his rear tires are leaking air.
What's going on?
But a quick inspection reveals something else entirely.
This guy got a problem. All bolts are broken. Lucky it didn't come off. Hit by the car.
The wall of the wheel hub is shattered, leaving the bolts and the wheel dangerously loose. But the semi is blocking the right lane, and there's too much traffic to safely replace the broken wheel on scene.
3 hours ETA for the mechanic job. So officer, he wanted to get it out of there as soon as possible.
I know you're on the shoulder, but you still, it is dangerous. And I lost 2 drivers since I'm in the business.
The driver's mechanic arrives to make a quick fix.
So he's gonna tie up 4 more bolts.
What's wrong here?
We're gonna escort him off the highway, and they're gonna fix it in the parking lot.
The mechanic manages to tighten 5 of the 8 bolts, a temporary measure for a short drive.
Yeah, you follow me. I'll get you off the highway, okay?
Sonny will escort the driver to the safe location, and he doesn't want to waste any time.
Right now, we gotta change the lane to other one. So I'm putting my signal to tell the guy, change the lane. Come on, buddy.
Every minute with a loose wheel on the road is a minute that Sonny fears the worst.
Coming very slow. No, let's go.
Loose truck wheels are a major problem on the highways. They can fly off into traffic. And just recently on Highway 400, Sonny witnessed the worst possible result.
That was a horrible accident.
There was a transport truck that was traveling southbound, lost a set of wheels. One of those wheels was bouncing across the highway where it came in contact with an SUV.
Emergency crews rushed the driver to hospital, but his injuries were too severe.
Last year alone, just within the GTA, we investigated over 130 detached wheels.
Sergeant Kerry Schmidt has seen the dangerous results of this simple maintenance issue too many times.
When they come off, they turn into projectiles. By the time the driver realizes that they're on a collision course, there's really nothing they can do to avoid it.
Or thinking about their family, pray for them, like how struggle they're gonna go through because of this. Come on, buddy.
So Sonny wants to get this truck off the road now.
So when I put the signal light, he's supposed to be changing the lane. I'm scared, like I'm shaking my legs and I'm sweating. My hands like getting sweat when I'm changing the gears. Yeah, he's coming right now.
Today, the temporary fix holds, and the semi makes it to a safe spot where permanent repairs can begin.
When I got to the parking lot, I was so happy. He just made it out of the highway. Right now, he's safe. Everybody's safe. I got it.
All patrols, please stand by for reports.
Just north of the 401 off Highway 400, the crew at the Compass Traffic Operations Center is keeping eyes on the roads north of the city.
All highways, we have heavy snow, -5, southwest strong, visibility is poor.
Where a new front is blowing in.
Yeah, OPP have Highway 11 closed at Telford line heading north.
Okay. We don't have a camera there, but we still have it as active.
And just before 2 p.m. on Highway 11 north of Aurelia.
All lanes are closed at Souls due to multi-vehicle collision. Okay.
Highway 11 connects the 400 to the busy recreation areas on the lakes to the north. Just south of the storm front, James Ireland is answering the call.
Just north of us, apparently it's snowing pretty hard, and apparently there's an accident involving 3 tractor trailers up here.
As James heads towards the scene, he hits the brunt of the storm.
When the snow squalls move in, nobody can see what's going on. All you can hear is vehicles getting smashed up, and you don't know where it is. It's really dangerous.
And on Highway 11, the collision has left a trail of debris and destruction. When a northbound semi hit the whiteout and slowed down, the truck behind it couldn't stop in time. It rear-ended the semi, spilling its load of steel beams. Several more vehicles were caught in the chain reaction.
So this truck has run into the back of another tractor trailer so hard, the gear shift and the brake pedal and everything has sucked right through the floor when the engine came through the firewall and hit it. This guy's crazy lucky. He's lucky that he's not dead.
Multiple tow companies haul away the cars, but it's up to James and his crew to take on the smashed steel truck.
We had a lot of work to do, plus all the steel I-beam.
Heavy operator Don Stevenson will be James' second in command today.
It's not just a normal pick it up and go. There's a lot of extra time to re-secure this load of steel and pick up the debris that's on the ground.
With all 3 lanes of northbound traffic squeezing onto the shoulder, secondary accidents are a real risk.
A major concern here is to try and get as much as we can cleaned up before the next snow squall comes in, so we don't have another accident.
Well, I want them to get the highway cleared up as fast as possible, because if it gets dark and it really starts to get snowy again, it starts to seriously impact their job as well as the safety.
Another snow squall comes in, the exact same thing could happen right there. The danger factor here is doubled or more with the southbound traffic moving at the speed that it was. So you're gonna back in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
They start with a battered tractor. But before they even begin, the job gets more complicated.
There's no sign of the engine anywhere?
Yeah, it's way back there. About halfway back through the floor of the cab.
2,000 pounds of engine that they'll have to deal with before they can move the truck.
Yeah, it's actually broke right off the driveline.
There's no sign of the engine anywhere?
On Highway 11 north of Aurelia, James Ireland's recovery has just hit a roadblock.
Yeah, it's way back there. About halfway back through the floor of the cab.
Oh boy. Yeah, the steel truck was heavily damaged. The motor and transmission were smashed out of it, underneath the cab. That had to be lifted so we could even move the tractor. We're gonna try and get the motor and the transmission chained back in that we can get it towed up the road. There's nothing holding it in now. If you wanna push it through, I'll go to the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, Don, I got it, buddy.
Pull it tight to you.
How's that?
That's as tight as she's gonna go.
Okay.
How you making out there?
And as they get ready to attempt a tow,
We're gonna have to pin all these brakes too. There's way too many airlines broke off.
Yep.
the air brake system has been ripped to shreds, locking the wheels. They can physically release or cage them, but at a cost.
If we have to cage the brakes, we're going to be here another 20 minutes, half an hour.
So they connect a line from Don's truck, hoping the brake system will still hold air.
If we can't get the brakes released on this truck, we're not moving it off the road right now.
They say the truck will actually release.
Supplies on!
200 kilometers south, in Hamilton, heart of the nation's steel industry.
Just got a call from police.
Metro Truck Group's Kevin Richardson heads out to the westbound QEW.
We have a lot of steel mills, a lot of heavy truck traffic. We're hauling big chunks of steel, slabs, so you never know what you're gonna get, right?
Alrighty. Today, steel is the problem. But it's like no cargo Kevin's ever seen.
I've done coils, but that's all solid, right?
When the driver slammed on his brakes to avoid a car that cut him off, the 20,000-pound steel cylinder ripped free, smashing down the highway.
Fortunate it didn't go right across the highway or kill somebody, so he's very lucky. Thank God for the cement walls, because that's what stopped him. Alrighty.
Kevin and the driver quickly re-secure the cargo that's still on the trailer.
Get on there. All right. Where are you taking the load? Oh.
With a 2,400-kilometer journey ahead, Kevin needs to get the driver on his way.
Okay, let's get a chain on.
And the police are eager to get the 20,000-pound obstacle off the road.
I told the cop it would be 20 minutes, and we're already at a half hour. He's trying to do this fast.
But the steel has no place to rig a hook or strap.
I started, panicking a little bit. Oh, God. How am I going to do this, man? Yeah, it could be tricky and dangerous, right? Because it's 20,000 pounds of steel. Yeah. Hey.
Kevin calls the shop to send backup.
It's big round, and it's right on the ground. It's just a big solid piece. I've never had nothing like that. Usually I've had coils, but there's always a way where I can get something in to pry it up, or I can get some underneath it. Well, this one was against the wall. It was just big and round. Yeah, I gotta pick it up, but how do you choke these, man? There's nowhere to hook up or a sling. So I was scratching my head on that one.
If Kevin can't rig it securely, 20,000 pounds of steel could break loose and plow into moving traffic.
We'll see how it goes.
traffic is brutal.
They are blocking lanes 3 and 4.
On the QEW in Hamilton,
We got to get this highway open.
westbound traffic is bottlenecked while crews patch the damaged road. And Kevin deals with 20,000 pounds of steel that tore up the asphalt.
Oh, my God. How the hell am I going to get this up? I'm like,
Kevin must somehow wrap a strap around the steel. For that, he needs help. Just after 1 p.m., backup arrives.
my guys are here. Good, how are you? Thanks for coming out, eh? We got to get some wood here, okay, guys?
Using the median as a brace, Kevin will try to catch just enough of the edge of the steel to ease it up, making room to prop it with blocks of wood.
Okay, I'm going to try to choke it. We'll just pick it, all right? Okay? All right. Just watch yourself. It's going to come off. Okay, go ahead. Please get underneath, man. Yeah, okay, now we got underneath, so okay. Want to go higher? Yeah, we'll go higher. Just watch it doesn't turn, because if it kicks out. Okay, move. Just please watch your hands, your feet. Always keep your hands clear, okay?
If the load slips from the rigging, the steel could cause serious damage.
With that much weight, you know, it just gains more speed, especially being round. You're not going to stop it. Just watch your toes, all right. So we'll join all four here, okay? That'll be all right, okay? Okay, here we go. I get antsy because, I want to get off the highway. I want to open it up. That looks pretty good, eh? Hey, Richie, now I'm going to drive ahead with it, okay? I'm going to go very slow. Awesome. Okay, come on. Let me get my outrigger down here. Gotta get more height. You all right there? How's that? You're in? Took a little bit of weight off my shoulder. I know it doesn't look like a big job, but it was for me. We saved the day, man. Yeah. I'm just glad everything went well. Nobody got hurt. Okay, thanks, guys. Yeah.
We're moving on through.
Looks like it. I haven't stopped moving yet.
I'm gonna go put this stuff away.
Yeah. Just gonna try and air this truck up.
Back up Highway 11, north of Aurelia.
Just want to get the road cleared up.
James and Don are ready to air up the brakes of the destroyed steel truck so they can finally clear the badly bottlenecked highway.
We're rolling through here.
But there's no guarantee the brake system will release.
With the damage to it, it's a 50-50 gamble whether it actually will. Supplies on! They say if the truck will actually release. Brakes are released.
Really?
Well, the buttons are in.
Holy crap.
I don't know if they're actually released, but the buttons went in.
Hey, try rolling her head.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Everything is moving. It's almost a mini miracle because of all the carnage that this thing's gone through. It shouldn't hold air, and it did.
Moving the truck was just the first part. Now, they have to deal with a half-load of steel I-beams all over the road.
We have a large mess. We have another 10 I-beams on the ground to pick up yet. There's a flatbed coming up from our yard, and we're gonna load all the rest of that stuff onto his truck, chain it down, and then the road will be open after that. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
But the icy roads are causing more trouble.
So whereabouts are you? Okay, bye. That's the flatbed trying to get up here to pick up the rest of this metal. He's stuck at another accident south of here.
The highway's been closed for a few hours now, and it will be until they get the steel cleared up. So we're hoping within the next hour or so we'll get it cleared up.
The pressure's on here today, too, because we have a staff sergeant watching our every move here to make sure everything's going fast. Well, the flatbed, I'm going to phone him in a second, see where he is.
Flatbed's coming, you're going to put this on the flatbed?
Yep, that's all going up on the flatbed.
And then there's one coming for that?
Yeah, Pat's looking after that one. His tractor should be here soon, too.
With darkness falling, the risk of stalled traffic causing a secondary collision is growing by the minute.
They've asked me already about 6 times how quick we can do this, so the pressure's on this one. Hello, Mark. Okay, bye. He's close. That guy there and the flatbed's coming in here. I'm gonna bring him right in here. We can start getting these I-beams off the road. Just go through there nice and easy. These are 20, 25-foot steel beams, 3/4 inch. They're 5, 6, 8,000 pounds each.
Where do you want to start, James?
I'm gonna put this one up first.
All right. Okay, do you want to
spin that one right around, Mark? Mark, watch that hook doesn't slide up and get your hand. We don't want anything slipping. This is way too easy to get hurt doing this stuff. When you're lifting these I-beams, steel on steel is very slippery. One wrong move and somebody could lose a limb.
We're going like 2 miles an hour.
North of Aurelia, traffic is barely crawling up Highway 11.
My God, let's wake them through here.
With the late afternoon temperature dropping,
Like an ice rink.
the roads are getting worse.
It's too slippery.
James Ireland and the Classic Towing Crew are wrestling with a slippery problem of their own.
Watch your ankle.
A 20,000-pound pile of steel beams.
Hey, Mark, slide that hook up. There you go.
Moving the beam safely takes time, and that opens up another risk.
A major concern here is to try and get as much as we can cleaned up before the next snow squall comes in, so we don't have another accident the southbound side. Okay? Hey, look! It would take nothing for another truck or even a car to come through the guardrails and start running people over.
Oh, easy.
That's the last lift. Just got to get them all centered up and make them happy on the truck now. Okay. Let's go! Good! Good! And see how they came into each other?
I'm happy.
Pack up and get off the road. They'll run the plows through, let the cars go. Steel beam pickup sticks on the highway, another one in the books. Here's my card.
Thanks, man.
If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call. The OPP were very happy with how fast we looked after getting the highway open for them. All said and done, this is a good day.
Just advising all lanes are real. Taking the vehicles off the highway.
It's a new day in Cornwall, and the storms that battered the highways of Ontario for days
The storm's behind us.
have at last blown through.
So far, so good. She's all fair and clear here.
At the Herb's towing yard, Andrew Vink is back at work, getting a look at just how close his close call really was.
How you doing?
Just coming along.
It's coming. How's that concussion?
Still breathing.
Well, you're lucky.
Wow. Good thing I was wearing my seatbelt because it could have been a lot worse. I think it hits home. It makes you realize that life can be a lot shorter than what you think.
Andrew will take time to recover from his concussion, and his father will be keeping an eye on him.
How you feeling, Lou?
Not bad.
Still got a headache?
Yeah, starting to.
Herb took Andrew's accident to heart, obviously. It's his son.
It's hard to see people get hurt.
Thanks for calling Herb's Andrew speaking.
But it's 100 times harder to see your own son get hurt. Not only my son, he's my best buddy.
It's a reminder of the danger for the crews who head out onto the highway when the roads get bad.
When we get called, we got to get there. So at any point, any one of us could be involved in an accident. But it's part and parcel of what we do. It's the way it is. You got to get her done.
Next time on Heavy Rescue 401. A surprise storm
Worried about the small tape.
stretches equipment
We got no more winch.
to the limit.
This guy's gone for a little bit of a ride.
John Allen
The guy literally launched the truck over this turnaround into the ditch on the other side.
takes on a high-flying wreck, and non-stop problems
I'm tired of playing now.
force Gary
2 inches on the front.
to gamble big.